So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I curl the ends of my box braids. But first, before we get into that, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because y'all know I'll be giving out the easy box braiding tips and cornrow tips and any braiding tips. So if it's something that you want to see, make sure you leave a comment below and I'll get those videos posted. So right now I'm just showing you how I do my knotless box braid. It's an easy 3-strand technique. So I've just split the box part into 3 even pieces. You can start on the left side, you can start on the right side. It really doesn't matter, whichever way you feel comfortable going. So I've started braiding and I've added my first piece in right at the beginning. I didn't braid down any or none of that. I just go straight in adding my pieces in. That way I don't have the little like skinny braid part at the beginning and then it starts getting bigger. I don't really like it like that. It's you know, preference type of thing. Some people do, but I don't. I just add my pieces in straight in at the beginning. So straight back to back, 1, 2, 3 pieces, and then I just braid down. And I also like to add them in right at the beginning because I feel like you can add in a little bit bigger pieces, and it just has a more even look from beginning to end to me. So I like to do it that way. I'm braiding down. I mostly tuck the natural hair behind the braiding hair, just because your hair will last longer, your braids will look neater longer. So I'm braiding it down and I'm going to show you guys how I tie a secure knot at the end of my braid before I curl it, or even if I'm just braiding it down, I'll tie a knot at the bottom also, just to make sure they don't start to unravel. Okay, so once I get to the end of my braid, and I'm just going to take a small piece off, put the rest of the hair together. So I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to, sorry, trying to get that camera clear for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to pinch the whole braid. So I'm going to take this small piece and I'm going to wrap it around and I'm going to tie a knot. But I'm going to wrap it twice, which gives it a very secure knot. So once I wrap it around the braid and pull it through the loop, I'm going to keep the loop open so I can wrap it around one more time and pull it through again. Now, and that creates a very secure knot. So now you could just like slide the knot down a little bit and pull it tight. And then I like to run my fingers over the whole thing to pull it down, just to make sure it's in there tight. And only use a small piece, that way the knot is not so noticeable, but it stays tight. Just like if you were to use some glue, it never comes loose. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for years. So it works. So now I have my braid, I tied the knot, and I'm going to get ready to curl the ends of it. And I use rods when I curl the ends. So I have different size rods. It just depends on how tight you want the curl to be. I like to use the pink size. I don't want the curls to be like super small and tight. So I like this pink rod. So I'll start where my knot is. Okay, so I'm placing the rod like right where my knot is, and then I'm going to start wrapping the hair around the rod. And I like to kind of roll it a little bit just so my curl is a little bit tighter. Just like roll the hair a little bit while I'm wrapping it around. And just wrap the ends all the way around just so it stays tight and secure. And then just clip it. Now, hot water time. So this is my hot water pot. I got it off of Amazon. It's basically like a teapot. It gets hot really fast. I like it because it has the base that you plug in and you can just pull the pot right up off the base. So you never have to unplug it and you don't have to worry about dragging a cord. So these are some curls that I did previously. And I use some different rods, so you can see some of them are a little bigger and looser and some of them are tighter. Some of them are curled with just the hair, and the other ones are braided down all the way and curled. So that is just the hair curl. It's not braided all the way to the bottom, which I like that look with the curls a bit better. But the ones that are braided all the way down, they tend to last a little bit longer because you don't have to worry about the hair getting messy and nappy on you because it's braided all the way down. And the curls stay. Like, as long as you have the braids, the curls will be in there. So these are just, you know, some different little curls I have right here. And now I'm going to take the hot water pot, and make sure you grab a towel because that is boiling water. So grab 2 or 3 towels if you need to. So when I do roll up people's hair, I don't do 1 braid per rod. That will take forever, too many rods. So I'll usually put 4 or 5 braids per rod, just depending on the size. It could be more, it could be less. And so the more braids you put per rod, I think the curl tends to be a little bit looser. But I'm not about to put 100 rods on somebody's head because I got 100 braids. So just take a chunk of them, a few of them, and wrap them around that 1 rod. So you literally just have to dip it and pull it out. You don't have to leave it sitting in there too long or anything. So once you take it out, you're going to want to blow dry it too before you unwrap them off the rods. Just blow dry it a little bit so the curl can stay in there tighter. But I also like to put mousse on the rods, on the curls, before I blow dry it and unwrap them, because that'll help it stay a lot tighter. And so this is my Twisted Pretty Stronghold finishing foam, and I'll have the link to that down in the description. And I love it because the hold is just awesome. So I put that on the curls, and I'll go back and I'll put it on the whole braid also. So because it lays down the frizzes really good. And especially if you're like doing edges, put it on the edges and tie it down and dry it. Them boys is staying in there, okay? I'm talking about over 24 hours. They staying in there. So I didn't blow dry this one because it was just for the example, but I should have. So just make sure you blow dry it before you take it off. Make sure the curl is in there good. Take the scissors, clip off the little raggedy straight ends. Make sure you do that after you wrap it up, because you don't want to do that before, because you need them little raggedy ends to wrap around that rod and make it stay tighter. So this is what I end up with. This is the finishing curl right here. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like to learn.